In last week's video, I tackled my hoarder bedroom and found a home for everything I chose to keep. That space mattered because it was about creating order where my life had felt completely undone. In today's video, I'm moving into my china cabinet and buffet and continuing that process of letting go. Grief has a way of stripping life down to what actually matters. It's taken away my tolerance for clutter, both physically and emotionally. What once felt harmless now feels heavy. Letting go of things isn't just about having a clean home anymore. A way to create space, to breathe, and to slowly build the life I have now without my wonderful husband. I love this buffet. I named her Elizabeth. I painted her black years ago. Oh my goodness, maybe 7 years ago. I think she is so beautiful. But as you can see, I have a lot of stuff packed into Elizabeth. She's gained a little weight over the years. Some of the items in here, I know right off the bat I can donate or sell. I love my linens, so I'm not sure about those. We're going to see what is going to fit my new life. Remember, we are trying to downsize and look at the new chapter of our life. And some of this probably won't fit my new chapter. I have so many candlesticks. I don't think I need this many. I only did a tablescape for Thanksgiving. I didn't do one for Christmas, didn't do one for any other time of the year. Some of these I have not reached for in quite a while. The brass I will sell. If you sell brass candlesticks in a lot, they go for a lot more, and a lot of people are looking for different sizes of brass candlesticks for weddings, parties, anniversary parties, things like that. They like putting a different, varying heights of different candlesticks on displays. It looks so beautiful. But yeah, I don't use half of these. Some of these other ones, I think I used them 2 Christmases ago. I can let those go. I have these glasses. They're just glasses, but I use them to hold votive candles in here. And I like these because they had a Ralph Lauren look to them. I love that the silver around each one of them was fading and chipped. Just looks beautiful. I have some glass, just regular glass candlestick holders. I haven't used these in I don't know when, so it won't be too hard to go through this very quickly. I have some candlesticks, some I like, some I don't, but the donation store is getting a lot of stuff from me. I don't know how many loads of donations I have sent to the thrift store in these past few months, because I donate a lot of stuff I was selling on eBay because I'd had it for a while, and I'm changing what I'm selling on eBay, getting out the clothing. It just takes so much time, and I really have to concentrate now on making money since Mr. C isn't here. And clothing is just not where it's at for me because it is so time consuming, but a lot of stuff I am reselling, and a lot of the stuff my favorite thrift store is getting, but it feels good. It feels good to maybe start with a clean slate for the new year. And in this season that I'm going through, I just don't need all this. Some of you may be aware of this, but if you find candlestick holders in the thrift store and you see these sitting everywhere and you're thinking, how am I going to use those? Well, they have a rubber band around them. And even if they don't, you could put museum putty and just put them in the candle holders. Look at that. I had no idea. I used to see these everywhere. And I'm thinking, I remember these from like home interior, where you would see the wooden things that hang on the wall and you put the sconces in there, which are a little out of date. Yeah, there you go. Look how beautiful that looks. It looks very high end. How gorgeous is that? So if you see this and you see this, put them together because they look phenomenal together. And they're usually really, really cheap. All of my linens are coming in handy to wrap everything for the thrift store. Before I drop this off at the thrift store, I'm going to leave a note inside of it letting them know that everything's wrapped up. I don't want them just to start pulling stuff out and glass go everywhere, but hopefully this will keep everything packaged well. But I am going to leave them a note. And I think this is about as full as I'm going to get it. I know if it's heavy for me, it's going to be heavy for those other girls to pick this up. As I kept digging through Elizabeth, I found this ashtray that belonged to my dad, and it's older than I am. He never smoked, but it always sat on our coffee table. We had 2, one broke years ago, and I've had this one tucked away forever. Now it's going to hold a candle, and every time I walk past him, it'll remind me of him. And while digging through the rest, I came across this photo of my mom and me. Oh, how I miss that woman so much. I also had a lot of utensils inside of Elizabeth and realized most could be donated. It feels so good to take some weight off of Elizabeth, and I love how easy it is to see everything I have in one place. I don't know if it was 2018 or 2019 when I found this Tommy Bahama china cabinet at the thrift store. There's a thrift store I used to go to almost every single day after work. And I was there one day and I spotted this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. It was $200. Now, this originally was like $4,000, I believe it was, brand new. And I remember texting Mr. C and I said, oh my gosh, I sent pictures and everything. And he said, well, just get it if you like it. I said, well, let me think about it, let me think about it. So I went to work the next day, all day at work thinking about it. Went to the thrift store after work. There was a hold sign on it. Oh, I was devastated. And I was talking to the lady that ran the thrift store, and I said, Margaret, did someone buy this? She said, no, they're just thinking about it. She said, I'm holding it for them until they decide. I said, well, how long do they have to decide? She said, I think it was like until that afternoon when they closed. And I said, if they don't call you back or they don't come get it, please hold it for me because I will buy it. Oh my gosh, my stomach was churning all day. I went to work. The next day she called me. She says, Sherry, it's yours. I was so excited. And then to get it home, I may have footage of it. And if I do, I'll insert it here. But it was Mr. C and some friends of ours picking this up for me. It's in 2 pieces. It weighs a ton. Looking back at the footage, I actually purchased this in February of 2020. And I still can't believe the deal I got. Mr. C was right there with me, along with 2 friends helping get it home. He was always so supportive of everything I did, and I miss that support deeply. So I was so excited to get this. Originally, I had it in my living room, and then I decided after making this into a dining room that I wanted it in here. I don't display any china in it. I don't have any china. What I do have is pottery. I have pottery, and I have statues of horses, which won't be too bad to kind of sift through. I think I'm going to keep everything that's in here because I do like it, but it needs to be cleaned. But there's 2 drawers underneath, and the 2 drawers are where I have stuff, a lot of stuff. Before we had cut and paste, when it comes to computers, my dad did cut and paste. He would find different articles, cut them out, and just put them in these books. Recipes, he's got things in here. Oh my goodness, it's just like question and answer things. I guess he thought they would be helpful for in the future. Now, my dad was also a carpenter, could build anything. He wasn't a carpenter by trade, but he learned, and he did that on the side. Like, he would build stuff for our home when I was younger. As he got older, he didn't do that, but he could just about do anything. He was such a wonderful handyman. He could paint. The man was an artist also. He could draw people from pictures. It looks just like the photos. They were unfortunately destroyed at my brother's house. Everything my parents had was up in the attic, and a lot of that got destroyed, and it just breaks my heart. But I do have some of his things left. But yeah, before cut and paste, this was cut and paste. There are quite a few photos in those drawers. Oh my goodness. Found one. I think this was from 1996 of me and Mr. C. Look at all that blonde hair. You guys, I took a lot of hairspray. Oh my gosh. Oh, such wonderful days. I long to go back to those days. We didn't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. But man, they were wonderful days. As I am decluttering my home, I'm realizing that letting go isn't about getting rid of things, It's about making space for the life I'm living now. Some of what was here belonged to a chapter that made sense once, but doesn't fit this season anymore, and that's okay. I'm learning that I don't have to hold on to everything to honor the past. I can keep the memories and still choose peace, simplicity, and room to breathe. If you're in a season where your home is changing along with you, I hope this reminds you that it's okay to release what no longer serves you and trust that what comes next will fit you better.